Welcome to my channel. If you like my videos, then kindly subscribe, like and watch. Thank you.
Okay, let's start with problem 1.9. The statement of problem is that link AC has a uniform rectangular cross-section of 1 by 16 inch thick and 1 by 4 inch wide. Determine the normal stress in central position of the link. So this is a figure problem 1.9. You can see there are two parallel forces of 240 pounds acting over here, and these forces are non-coincident. These are parallel forces and non-coincident forces. So these are the support point B point, and these are the support point A point. These are the A point. Let me choose the marker. Okay, so this is one support and this is another support. In this support you can see that there is a link AC, this link, and it is given that this link AC given data. The link AC has a uniform cross section. So if you have a cross section like this of the link, it is a cross sectional view, so you will see that its width will be 1 by 4 inch and its thickness is 1 by 16 inch. 1 by 16 inch. So this is the cross sectional area. So T is 1 by 16 inch and width is 1 by 4 inch, and it is required that normal stress in the central position of link. So this is the central position, so you have to find the normal stress, which is sigma AC. So basically this link is subjected to force, that is FC. So you have to find the normal stresses in this FAC. So you have to find the stress in this link. So let's start with its we have to find, let me write this also, we have to find the normal stresses in AC, in the central position of this link, which is sigma AC. So let's start with its solution. So if you look at this diagram, you have to first draw its free body diagram. So let's start with its free body diagram, and let's say this is the object, and this is its rough sketch like that. So these are the two forces, that is, one is acting like this force is 240 lb, and this is another force, there is another force like this is also 240 lb. This is a point B where the force acting, and if you remove the support you have to give the vertical and horizontal forces like that. This is horizontal force BX. Similarly, if you look at this link AC, this link AC, there is a force. This is a point A, this will be the point B, this is a point A, and this link is like that. So the force will be like this FCA, link force will be like, and it is making an angle of 30 degree with horizontal. So the distance between this point B and this point B and point A is given as 10 inch. So if you see that this is a point B and this is a point A, so distance between this point B and point A is 7 inch plus 3 inch, so total distance is 10 inch. Also the distance between these two parallel forces, this distance will be 6 inch. So this was free body diagram. So let's start with solving this problem. Now you can see that these two forces, this 240 pound force and this pound force, these are parallel force, but they are not they are non-coincidents. So, and there is a distance between 6 inch between them. So definitely this force will produce couple, and the couple will be like counterclockwise. So this force will produce a couple. So the couple will be what will be the couple? It will be 240 pound into that perpendicular distance, which is 6 inch. So it will give you 40 lb into inch. So this couple force this couple will be available here due to these forces. Okay, we have find this couple. Now we are interested in finding this force, because we are going to find sigma AC, and this sigma AC is equal to FAC divided by area of AC. Clear? So we have to find this force FAC first. So for that, if you take this free body diagram, so we will take the moment at point B is sum of all the moment at point B is 0, because we are interested in finding the value of A. So first step will be finding moment about moment about this point B, that must be equal to 0. So let's start. If you take moment about B 0, so there is a couple which is 1440 lb into inch, that is present here, and it is counterclockwise. So we will definitely mention that counterclockwise movement is positive. So first movement is 40, the second is at point B. There are two components of this force. One is horizontal component and one is vertical component. Clear? So this vertical component will pass through point B, so it will not play any role in producing couple. The only force that will produce couple is the horizontal component of A, which is AX. So we have to find AX. Now this AX will be, from this diagram you can see that this AX is equal to A cos of 30 degree. Clear? So now this AX is the horizontal component. Clear? So it will definitely produce this force, and this is the perpendicular distance, that is 10 inch. So that will produce couple. So and it will also produce the couple in clockwise direction, because the force is over here. So that will be minus AX into perpendicular distance, that is 10 inch, is equal to 0. Let me solve it. As we know that AX is A cos of 30 degree is equal to 0. Now this A is actually the point A, and the force that will be presented as A is equal to FAC. So let me change the terminology. A is equal to AFC. So 40 minus FAC cos of 30 degree is equal to 0. Putting the value of cos 30, and when you solve it, it will give you that FAC is equal to 166.27 pound force. Now this is the force that we have find. Okay, now we need, as sigma AC is equal to FAC over area of this link AC. So this is what we have found, and we have now calculate area. Now area of AC, link area, as from this figure you can see that the cross-sectional area, the thickness is 1 into 1 by 16 and the width is 1 over 4 inch. Clear? So it's very easy. You have to just multiply 1 over 16 inch into 1 over 4 inch. That will give you area, and that is 0.0156 inch square. Now you have this value as well. So putting the value in this formula, sigma AC is equal to FAC over area of AC. FAC is 166.27 while area is 0.0156. So sigma AC is equal to 10.64 KSI. As the unit, this is in pounds and this is in inch square. So this will give you pound per square inch. But okay, let me, that is the, if you calculate this value, that will give you 1064.0 PSI, pound per square inch. Okay, so if you reduce it, that will give you 10.64 KSI. So this is the stress that will be that will be generated in the mid of this cross-sectional area. If you have any question, you can ask. Thank you. Let's start with problem 1.10. The statement of question is that three forces each of magnitude P is equal to 4 kilonewton are applied to the mechanism shown. So this is the mechanism that is shown below, and these are the three forces of each magnitude P that is applied over the mechanism. So determine the cross-sectional area of the uniform portion of rod BE. So this is the rod BE. So this is the rod BE for which the normal stress in that portion is 100 megapascal. So let's start with the given data. We have given the value of P, which is equal to 4 kilonewton, and we have also given that the stress in that portion of BE is 100 megapascal. So sigma BE, that is, let me, sigma BE, that is equal to 100 megapascal. And what we have to determine, we have to find cross-sectional area of this rod BE. So we have to find area of BE, cross-sectional area of BE. So let's start with the problem solution. And for solution, as we know that we are interested in finding the area of this BE, so definitely our focus will be on this place. Clear? So let's start with the free body diagram of So for free body diagram, we can see that we can split this system, or we can say that we can split this mechanism into two portions. The first portion is like that, and the second portion is like that. So first portion is a free body diagram of, you can say, AC, this AC. So free body diagram of AC. So this is that AC. Let's say this is that AC. This is a point A. If you remove the forces at point A, you have to show the horizontal and vertical forces. This is AY. This is AX. Similarly, at point B. This is the point B. There will be a vertical force that will be FBE. Similarly, we have two. This is a point C, and you can see that there is a force P acting on it. And if you remove this joint or pin from this point C, there will be a reaction force of C as well. Clear? And again there is another P, this P, which is also acting, and distance between these two P is given as 0.1 meter, 0.1 meter, 0.1 meter. Clear? So this is the free body diagram. Also the distance are given over here, that from point A to B the distance is given as 0.15 meter. From B to C, that is distance is given as 0.3 meter. So let's, as we are interested in finding the value of FBE, clear? So if you take the sum of all moment about A is equal to 0 and counterclockwise is taken as a positive, so what will you get? That these two component of A is passing through this point, so they are not able to produce any movement in this diagram. So this will be 0. Only the force, that is FBE into this perpendicular distance, that is 0.15. And as this force is producing the, you can see this producing as a counterclockwise, so this will be positive. Now the second force, that is this P, and this P is producing a clockwise direction, so that will be minus P into, now this, how much is the distance? That distance is 0.2 from this to this, because this is 0.3 and you have to subtract this 0.1, so this is a 0.2, and this is a 0.015, so total distance will be 0.15 and 0.2, so that will be 0.35, so this will be minus 0.35 P. Now this is another P that is also producing clockwise, so minus P into total distance is 0.15 plus 0.3, so that will be minus 0.45. Clear? And this C force that is acting downward, so minus C into 0.45, that is equal to 0. So we will get 0.15 FBE minus 0.35 P. Okay, there is a mistake. This is a 0.35. Okay, 0.35 P, and this is minus 0.45 P, and this is minus 0.45 C, that is equal to 0. Now we get this equation. If you bring this to the right side, so we will get FBE is equal to 0.35 P plus 0.45 P minus 0.45 C over 0.15. That is equation 1. Now here FBE is equal to this. We know the value of P, but we do not know the force C or the value of C. So what we will do, we will do the second element, the free body diagram of second element, that is CE. You have to take the free body diagram of this portion. So now, okay, now free body diagram of CD. So let's draw free body diagram of CD. This is the point D, for example, and this is a point C. So you can see that there is a upward force C, and D there will be a also reaction force in the upward direction. And from diagram you can see that this is the value of P, and this distance from this to P is 0.1 meter. I will show you in the figure. So you can see that this is a point C and this is a P, and this P is acting at 0.1 meter here, and the distance between C and D is 0.250. Distance between C and D is 0.250. So now let's take the moment about D is equal to 0, because we are interested in finding the value of C, and again counterclockwise is taken as positive. So at point D, if you are focusing at point D and taking the counterclockwise as positive, so C force, which is C into perpendicular distance, is 0.250, and the remaining there is a force P which is acting downward and producing C is producing clockwise rotation. Clear? So that will be negative, and P is producing anti-clockwise. So plus P into the distance is 0.250 minus 1 minus 0.1, that will be minus 0.15. Sorry, not minus, plus. That is also the P is also written outside. So the distance is 0.15 is equal to 0. So if you solve this, that will give you C is equal to 0.65 P. So this is the force. Now as P is given that P is equal to 4 kilonewton. Clear? So if you put this over here, you will give C is equal to 0.6 multiplied by 4 kilonewton. Again, this is equation 2. So you have to put equation 2 in equation 1, which is given above. So if you put the value of C over this in this equation and value of P, so definitely you will get, I will not solve over here, so FBE will be equal to 28.53 kilonewton. Now you have find the FBE, and again I have told you that you have to find area, cross-sectional area. So as you know that sigma BE is also given, that is 1100 megapascal. You have FBE and you have to find area, cross-sectional area of BE, rod BE. So now it's very easy, as we know that sigma BE is equal to FBE over area of cross-sectional area of rod BE. So implies that area of BE is equal to this FBE over sigma BE. So putting the value, area of BE is equal to FBE is 28.53 into 10 raised to power 3 Newton, and stress is 1100 into 10 raised to power 6 Pascal. Clear? M megapascal. So if you calculate it, it will give you area of BE is equal to 285 mm square. So this is the result, that the rod cross-sectional area of rod BE is 285 mm square, and it withstand the normal stress of 1100 megapascal. So this was all about problem 1.10. If you have any question, you can ask. Thank you for your time.